This is the Jabberjaw Podcast Network.
Are we on? Cool. Do you like sweet cream? Do you like the way it rolls down your throat in cascades of deliciousness? Me too. Then you should totally try Ben & Jerry's new One Love. This truly epic limited batch remembers the harmony of Bob Marley and a groovy pint of banana ice cream with caramel and graham cracker swirls and fudge peace signs. It's so good you'll forget your troubles with every spoonful. Every flavor of Ben & Jerry's is made with a real cream and with non-GMO and fair trade ingredients. The One Love flavor is made in partnership with the Marley family, and proceeds go to help fund a youth empowerment program in Jamaica. Learn more at benjerry.com/onelove. Ben & Jerry's, Vermont's finest. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Brittany, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent.
I don't know why I said that in a weird voice. I'm sorry.
You can say it in whatever weird voice you want. That's what we do here on the show.
Good.
Speaking of weird voices, that very lovely voice that you just heard was coming from the very lovely mouth of Britney Young, star of Glow on Netflix. She is giving me a ridiculous smile right now. She's like, I'm not the star. Listen, you are the star. That's why I have you here in the studio. That's why you're sitting there right now, because, lady, you are the star.
Have you been talking to my mom? Did she put you up to this?
We just got off the phone, actually.
Debbie.
Yeah. Just would not, just kept going. I'm so proud of my daughter, she's so wonderful.
I know you're lying to me, but that was actually almost
right
a dead-on impression of my mom.
Well, I mean, was I lying? You don't know. I mean, I stalked you a bunch across social media before we got here, so.
You did, and if you saw that amazingly wonderful short blonde woman, that is my mother, Debbie.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, welcome to Twitter. I saw that you just joined Twitter, like, earlier this month.
This is my second attempt at Twitter. I tried it years ago when it first came out and was so pressured that I didn't think people wanted to know that I was just watching How I Met Your Mother and eating Captain Crunch. So I immediately deleted it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But years ago was not as cool as now. Like if I tweeted that now, hundreds of retweets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I was reading your tweets about How I Met Your Mother, actually, and I'm still broken up about it myself. Honestly.
I have two friends who are actually UCBers, Doug Mant and Dan Greger, and I had so many fights with them about this, about the ending of that show. So I think I've been very vocal.
Well, you're probably going to hate me a lot. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Are you going to walk out?
Oh my God.
I think I may have just lost Brittany.
What are you going to say?
I'm so sorry. I'm fine with it. I really am. I knew it from the very beginning. Now, listen, how they came upon it, how it all concluded was terrible and awful and like nightmare land, because, you shouldn't have quite that long of a buildup just to, crush everyone's hearts to powder. But I knew they were going to end up together.
I did not expect it, and I was very upset about it, and am still upset about it. We could talk about that I could talk to you about this forever, how upset I am about it. 9 years. 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years of our lives. Well, I'm glad. I'm actually much happier with those 9 years that I spent than the 10 years that I spent with Smallville, because let me tell you, dudes, guys, it was really bad.
I've heard.
I'm a Superman fan all the way. I really am. I know.
Batman.
I know.
Batman fan. We're just knocking heads. We're knocking heads.
I guess so. I guess that's just the way it's gonna go. Listen, I love Batman. Batman is one of the greatest superheroes of all time.
The greatest superhero of all time.
Well, okay, beg to differ. I mean,
he's had many franchises. How many has Superman had? Like 1, 2.
Okay.
2.
Well, DC's not doing a very good job with them. No. But poor Zack Snyder right now.
True.
He's got some life things happening. And,
yes.
And all of our hearts go out to him.
Agreed. Much love to Zack
and his family. Okay. Man, there's so much to talk about.
Let's
I
do
want
it.
to hear absolutely everything about this show.
Can't tell you everything.
Well,
You got to tune in June 23rd.
that's right. June 23rd. Marathon it. You got to work with Alison Brie.
Yes. Love Alison. She and I had a lot of fun together. We have quite a few scenes together, actually, and she is just so funny. She's so smart. Like, I know a lot of fans love her from Community, where she played Annie, and she's fantastic in that, but she is Ruth. People are now going to be like, oh, Alison Brie, Ruth from Glow. Like, she's so fantastic in this part. She's so fantastic. She's our leader. We love her. She's just, I can't say enough about her. I mean, she's just so great.
You both look like hyper badasses. Like, I watched that trailer and I was like, holy crap, I can't wait to have you in studio, because I was just like, man, I was glad that you didn't pile drive me.
No.
And,
No, you're nice to me thus far, so I won't do that. But no,
Okay.
I feel a little bit bad because every picture Netflix seems to be releasing of Alison and I'm beating her up. And I'm just like, okay, context, guys, context. When you watch the show, I'm very nice to her, and Carmen loves her, my character, and I just love Allie in real life, so I would never beat her up intentionally.
Yeah, she seems to be a sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Yeah. What was the genesis of you getting involved with the show? I know you touched on it a little bit right before we started the show, but tell me a little bit about it.
So how far back do I want to go? So basically, I started out my career in this business on the production side of things. And I was, a production secretary. I was a PA. I worked in accounting for a little bit. I've been a post PA. But for the past 3 years, I've been an executive producer's assistant. And my last show was actually Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, where I was the assistant to Aline, Brosh, McKenna, and another UCBer, Rachel Bloom.
I want to talk a lot more about that.
Oh, so much fun.
Coming up.
And I kind of just, when I was younger, I wanted to be that like triple threat, like Raven Simone, singer, dancer, actor, Disney Channel star. And I kind of started, doing other things. But as I was on all these shows, it started creeping back up again, where I was like, I want to act. And my friend, Markel, actually had a web series. And she's like, I have a part for you. You don't have to audition. Just come in. You're good. And I went in and had an absolute blast. It's called Anna Mead. You can catch it online. And from there, I met my manager, who was one of the producers. And he was like, I'm just going to start sending you out. Let's see what happens. And I booked, on my first audition, I booked a recurring role on True TV's Those Who Can't, which is actually starting their 3rd season this summer. And from there, just kind of started getting things. And one day I was sitting there at work reading Deadline, and an article about Glow came up about how Netflix was going to do a series, and Jenji Kohen, who created Orange is the New Black, was going to come on as an executive producer. And I was like, oh, this looks like there might be something in there for me. Wrestling, I could do that. So with every intention, was going to email my agent about it, and totally spaced out because, priorities. Yeah. Had to get people coffee. So I kind of sat there, and a couple days later got the audition from my agent and was like, okay, this is very serendipitous. I got to go do it. Any audition that tells you to wear comfortable clothes and no makeup, I'm down.
Wow,
I'm
very
there.
nice.
Yeah. So, and from there, just did the audition process and found out I got it, and started training literally a week after finding out that I got the offer. So it was quite a month.
That is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
That it all came together like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And I'm just in true awe of that. That never happens.
It never happens.
You never hear that story.
No.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And congratulations on getting a great manager that works
Thank
for
you.
you and really
Yes.
sends you out and knows what you're all about.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Love him. Robin Enriquez. Love him.
Yeah. I've had a very terrible long string of awful agents and managers. Like, just no. It's you know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
You got to play the game, and I guess. Whoops. By the way, for my listeners that may have thought the studio was being bombed or something, I'm not sure exactly what's happening outside the building. I think there's like some sort of construction going on or something, but pay no mind to the terribly loud noises that are going on outside of this conversation.
A truck is unloading food.
Oh, is that what
I
it
think
is?
that's what it is.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's really loud food.
Yeah.
It must be frozen.
Probably.
Anyway, wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's super incredible. And now you've got this big, huge show it's gonna be a smash hit. It really is. Netflix doesn't play around.
Netflix does not play. They have so many good shows on there, and I think they're very smart. I mean, I wish I could say I'm like a champion binger, but I'm not. I have to take a break every once in a while, but we are a half-hour show. We have 10 episodes, and I think the content of it is just so good, it will feel like you're not binging it at all. But if you need to take a break, you can take a break and come back, and it will still be just as good, So I'm very excited. I am waiting to binge it, for sure.
And you got to be a part of a Jenji Kohen project.
Yes.
I mean, listeners, you can't see me, but I'm bowing to her right now
He is
because
bowing.
Jenji is just the absolute tops.
She is
I'm all
amazing.
about everything that she does, everything that she touches. I want to work with you too.
She's
Please
so
hire
good.
me.
She was there during our pilot, and she came up to me and gave me, like, on a piece of paper, a, like, different line. She's like, here, say this instead. And I literally was like, oh, my God, Jenji Kohen's handwriting. Oh, my God, I'm putting it in my pocket. Like, I was so, like, I have to do this right. Jenji, just, like, this came from above. It was Jenji who told me to say this. But she's amazing. And her producing partner, Tara Herman, who also is on Orange is the New Black, both of them are just so great. So glad to kind of be a part of, like, the Jenji family. They're just fantastic.
For sure. Are you a fan of Orange too?
I am a fan of Orange. I actually, like I said, not a great binger, and I wore myself out on the first season and needed the second season immediately.
Right.
And then I realized I need to shower and need to eat food. So
What?
I
Nah.
had to slow down a little bit for season 3. But yeah, I think it's just such a great show to watch. It's funny. It has the dramatic moments, and just, it's so well cast. Like, I don't know where these women came from, but thank goodness they all came together for Orange is the New Black, because they're just fantastic.
I'm telling you what, it's one of the greatest casts I've ever witnessed, and all of Netflix's shows are just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's none that are lackluster by any means. Iron Fist could use a little help, but other than that,
What? Marv? What?
I have been watching Love.
Oh yeah,
Also, I just love it so much.
Yep.
Gillian
and Paul are great.
Yeah, they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Please be on my show.
Dun, dun, dun.
But enough about all those other dumb shows. Back to your amazing show. I know you can't give away any spoilers, of course. Do you have, and this might come out in the show, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, do you have like a signature move?
I don't really have a signature move. I will definitely say we were trained by Chavo Guerrero Jr., who, if you don't know the Guerreros in wrestling, then you're missing out. Oh, you're shaking your head, you know?
Zig knows.
Zig knows. They're like a wrestling dynasty. And his uncle, Mundo, he actually trained the original Glow Girls back in the 80s. So it's kind of a like full circle thing that we now have Chavo. But he's really great. Him and our stunt coordinator, Shauna Duggins, they go through the scripts every other week when we get them and be like, okay, this girl's gonna do a suplex, this girl's gonna do that, they gotta run the ropes, instead of just saying like, oh, Britt, come in, we gotta teach you how to run the ropes. He makes all of us run the ropes, so it's like we're never on a different level from each other. Anybody could just at the spur of a hat just whip out a move because we all know it. And I really appreciated that. I mean, he and I sometimes would be sassy to each other only because he's such a great coach and he's so smart. But for me, I'm the type of person where I'm like, I gotta get this like technique down before I can really put in the real wrestling, like selling it and the pain and all that stuff. So he'd always kind of look at me and just be like, Britt, you gotta sell it. And I'm like, I'm trying to. But it was so much fun. Yeah. Signature move. To answer your question, I don't think I have one.
Oh no, that's okay. I just
I know what I love to do.
Okay.
I'm a fan of running the ropes.
Yeah.
I just going back and forth, pinging off those ropes. The girls actually make fun of me because I kind of course, you guys at home can't see it, but I kind of run with T-Rex arms, and like I'm a bigger girl, so they're expecting me to have these huge strides and just pumping the arms, and I'm there like dee 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 ding. Like they always make fun of me, and I mean that's just how I run, but I think it kind of gives a more dainty appearance to my character.
Tra-la-la, tra-la-la.
Yeah, just skipping along and hitting those ropes.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Had you had any of that training previous to your workout?
No.
No, not at all.
No, I was a cheerleader in high school, which kind of helped with having to pick up people and, knowing how to keep people safe, because cheerleading is all about keeping people safe. But other than that, I had no training. Like, I thought I could do a forward roll, and then went in there and they're like, that's not really how you do it. But yeah, no, they were great. We trained for 4 weeks prior to shooting every day for a couple hours. So we were put through the ringer for sure.
Pretty intense training.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's funny because we videotaped ourselves and then would like show it off to our family and friends. Like, even on my phone now, I have a video of me and Alison, like our first match. And, like, watching it back at the time, we're like, we're so badass. We're so good. And then at the end of shooting, we're like, don't show anyone those videos. We're terrible. We're way more advanced. So it was definitely a growing process for sure.
Come a long way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have no doubt it's going to look absolutely amazing. And that trailer is just off the chain, man. It's
so good.
Oh, let's talk a little bit about Those Who Can't.
Yes.
It's on True TV.
Yes.
And you star as Little Debbie.
Yes. So Those Who Can't was True TV's first scripted show. It came out 2 years ago. It's a show about the 3 teachers who basically have no skill to be near children, period. Yet here they are teaching at a high school in Denver. And I play Little Debbie, she is like the JV team or JV volleyball team phenom, but she's obsessed with her coach, Coach Fairbell. Obsessed to a point where it's like if anybody messes with her, she will beat you up kind of point. But yeah, it's so much fun. They're so much fun to work with, and we shoot when school is out over in Van Nuys, so it's just kind of fun to like run through the hallways and just like be goofy and not have to worry about getting in trouble with the principal because it's obviously a TV show.
Totally.
Yeah. So great.
That's cool. You kind of get to take over the school and just, run amok,
wreak
havoc.
It's the school that they shot the exteriors of Grease at.
Oh, wow,
so
really?
So the first time I showed up, I was like, oh my God, Danny Zuko's like walking down. And it totally showed my age. Not that I was alive when Grease came out, but all the like extras were like, what? Danny, what? Zuko? And I was like, okay, no. You guys
seriously
need to be educated.
Yeah, they got to get right the hell out.
I know. I was just like, I don't understand what's happening because Grease is timeless.
Well, I really don't want to bring this up, but there was just the live show of it, so they should still be familiar. Come on, guys, let's get with the program.
Yeah,
seriously.
But if someone was like, "Oh, Grease with Vanessa Hudgens," I'd be like, "No, like honor those who came before you."
Listen, I love you, Vanessa Hudgens, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it was great. I didn't watch it, but I'm a purist. I like the originals. You don't mess with it if it's good.
Please. Rocky Horror 2.
Oh.
I was throwing things at the screen.
Yeah.
I could not see some portion of it, of course, because I'm all over social media and it was like everywhere, and I'm like, no, nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah. However, the Wiz was legit.
Really?
NBC The Wiz was so good.
No kidding.
So good.
Oh.
I loved it. And like so many Common, Uzo was in there, Amber Riley, Neo.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
David Allen
Uzo was in
Greer.
it.
Like,
I'll watch it for Uzo.
so many. Mary J. Blige was in it.
What?
Yeah. So many people were in it. It was great. It was great.
I'm going to watch that.
You have to watch it.
Later today. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. In my eyeballs. Absolutely. Oh, that's that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell me about Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Yeah. I want to hear it all.
I love my family over at Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I came in the very beginning of the first season. Aline and Rachel, they had an assistant and she was out sick for a little bit and then she ended up moving on to another show. And I basically came in and they were like, do you want to stay? And I was like, of course. And it was so great to see, this is Rachel's first show. It was Aline's first TV show. So it was so fun to kind of see them get used to their roles as creators and showrunners. And their writing room is just so great. Like, everybody in there is just so funny, so naturally funny and very talented. And they obviously write really good, content and really good characters. But yeah, I had a blast over there. I was sad to leave, but the support they gave, like when I found out I got Glow, I called Aline and Rachel into Aline's office. It's very weird for an assistant to do that. But I told them, and Aline started immediately tearing up, and Rachel just started screaming. And I kind of looked at them, and I was like, okay, like, I don't want anybody to know until, like, I sign my contract. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want anything bad to happen. They're like, sure. Every meeting we went to for the next week, that was the first thing they said. They're like, Britney's going on to Glow. They were videotaping everything, and Rachel was really funny because she actually has 2 other friends on the show, Kimmy Gatewood and Rebecca Johnson. So she was just like, oh, I have friends on the show. I'm going to put you guys on a text chain together so you can talk, which was amazing because going into training, I already knew 2 people. But yeah, she videotaped when we had my final table read. She videotaped where they announced that I was leaving, and everybody stood up and clapped.
Aww.
And like Rachel posted it when it was finally announced that I was on the show, and just got so much feedback from her fans and everybody just wishing me well, and got so many followers on, Instagram and everything, which was just so sweet. So if you guys aren't watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on CW, you got to watch it. It's amazing.
You absolutely have to turn in. It's one of the best shows out there.
It's so good.
It's so superbly written,
Yeah.
As you just said. And just, Rachel is a phenom, man.
Oh, she's so great.
I've been watching her musical videos since, Fuck Me Ray Bradbury,
Yes.
which
So good.
Still stands.
If you like Fuck Me Ray Bradbury, you need to watch. Oh, well, if you watch the show, Heavy Boobs,
Yes.
it's very in the vein
Yeah.
of Ray Bradbury to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so great. Yeah, and I was actually on an episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend where I got to throw Rachel into a high elbow and give her a black eye, which I mean, how many people can say I gave my boss a black eye and still kept my job?
Right. That's pretty nice.
Almost even got promoted by being on the show. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, at this point, I would like to transition this into playing a game I like to call Lame Claim to Fame. Okay. I actually was background on the pilot for
really?
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which was pretty awesome. Coming up the ladder, I've done a lot of those little tidbits and very strange and odd jobs. Coming up the ranks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Brittany, what is one of those jobs for you? Like, what's one of the worst things that you ever had to do coming up?
Oh, one of the worst things I've ever had to do coming up. Oh, my goodness. I've done some weird things. All legal. Let's just put that out there. All legal.
Noted.
I think one of the weirdest things I had to do, and it wasn't even weird, it was just, it became so horribly, like, disastrous that it made me really upset. I was working on a show and had to deliver flowers to an actor. And we couldn't get anybody.
Which actor?
Well, I don't want to say it. Very nice guy, but I had to take the flowers to him. And of course, I was being stupid and like just put the flowers in the front seat of my car, took a really, really fast turn. Flowers went everywhere. I don't know if you've ever smelled flower water. It is the worst smell. And it's even made worse more by being July in Los Angeles. I was going to say Las Vegas. It wasn't in Vegas. But yeah, my car smelled really bad. And I tried to put them together, showed up to set, went to go take them to him. And he kind of looked at me and was just like, did something happen? And I was just like, no, why do you say that? And he's just like, these flowers are smushed and they're clearly reorganized. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's okay. You know, they kind of fell. And he's like, oh, well, you can just keep them then. And I was like, what?
Keep them?
Yeah. I was like, why don't you want them? He's like, oh, well, they're not like proper. They're not nice. And I was like, okay, thank you. I'll just put them back in my car and drive back to the office. I was pretty livid and my car smelled like flower water.
Probably for weeks.
Yeah,
too,
I had to
right?
go get it fully detailed.
Oh, yeah.
Which is expensive.
Sure.
So.
I think the only thing worse than that is pickle water.
Oh. Wait, is pickle water pickle juice?
Yeah, but like pickle juice, yeah.
Does it smell?
Yeah, but if you... Oh, God. Oh, yeah. It's real bad.
I don't know. Have you ever had a pickleback shot?
A pickleback shot?
Yeah, you
No.
take like a shot of whiskey and then you immediately chase it with pickle juice.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
actually really good. I think it's an Irish thing.
Oh,
They do them
okay.
at Casey's downtown here. They're
okay.
so good.
Listen, I am a total fuddy-dud. I don't really... I mean, not to say I don't ever drink.
Yeah.
I just don't do it regularly. So I know nothing about drinks. My girlfriend makes fun of me constantly.
Mm-hmm.
We just went to a really nice place the other day. It was very bougie. It was nice. It was a nice place. She likes the bougie places. But
Classy.
Classy. That's right. She likes old man drinks.
Also classy.
Yeah, also classy. She's very classy. Classy lady. But she looked right at the bartender and she's like, make him a lady drink.
Guys can have drinks with fruit in them. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
totally fine. Actually, whatever he made me, I don't know what it was, but it had rum and,
It was probably
something
just ginger
fruity
ale.
in it. It was pretty good.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Cool. I also saw on your few tweets that you had your car stolen at Disney World.
I did have my car stolen. So my best friend Haley decided to run the Princess Half Marathon this year. And I'm a huge, huge Disneyland freak. Like, love Disneyland. I grew up in Tokyo, went to Tokyo Disneyland every year I was there. She asked me if I wanted to come run the marathon with her, and I was like, no, but I'll come to Disney World with you. So flew over to Orlando, and I was trying to be super cheap. I live out in Burbank, but I was flying out of LAX, and I didn't want to pay an Uber fee or a Lyft fee. So my friends live in Westchester, just by the airport right there, and they have no street cleaning signs. So I was like, I'm just going to park my car here, so I'll just drive, and then you guys can just drive me to the airport. Had this whole thing planned out. I was there for I think 5 days. Every day my friend Erin checked on it, and she would call me and be like, your car's still there, it's good. Your car's still there, it's fine. The day that I'm leaving, literally in the airport, she calls me and she's like, I'm so sorry, your car is not there. And I was like, what?
No.
And she's like, it's not there. I walked up and down to make sure that I wasn't forgetting where you parked it, but it's not there. I'm going to figure this out. And I was like, no, let me figure it out. I called the police, and fun fact, not really fun if you're actually finding this out, in LA, if your car is towed, the tow company has an hour to input it into this system that then goes to the police, so they know every single car that's towed. So you don't have to sit there and be like, what tow company do I have to call? Just call the police. They should know if your car was actually towed. I asked the girl, and she's like, no, your car's not here, but if it just got towed, we might not have it yet. Check back when you get in. So flew from Orlando to LA, basically very upset on the plane the whole way over, and got back, and she's like, no, sorry, we still don't have your car. I think you need to file a police report. So 1 a.m., I'm at the Westchester Police Station. Shout out to Officer Scott. He was amazing.
Thanks, Officer Scott.
He was great. I'm filing my police report and kind of just thinking to myself, okay, what new car am I going to get then? Thinking I'm never going to get this car back. Finally go spend the night at my friend's house, which also, I was being stupid, left my house keys in the trunk of my car.
Oh, no.
Thinking I would lose them if I brought them to Disney World. So it'd be smart to
Sensible
leave them
logic.
in the trunk of my car. Yeah. So the next morning, woke up maybe 7:45 in the morning, get a call from the Southgate police that they just picked up my car. And I was like, yes, I'm coming to get it. Drive over there with my friend, have to pay a $280 impound fee to get my stolen car out of impound. Okay, whatever. Looked inside. They completely trashed the entire thing.
Oh.
I was so upset, but so excited because my house keys were still there.
Nice.
If the kidnappers of my car are listening, I changed my locks.
Too bad for you.
I don't have anything to steal either, but, I want to seem like I do.
They don't play around in LA County.
They don't.
with the tows.
Mm.
The last time, I've only ever had my car towed once, and of course,
because you did something bad.
Well, I guess I did. See,
changes the whole story, doesn't it?
What had happened was, I was looking at a new apartment. I was driving for a Lyft at the time, so I had one of their rental cars. Because of course it was, right? So I parked along Cahuenga, and I know it was in a super busy area there and everything, but I did my due diligence. I checked all of the signs, and I walked up and down twice and rechecked it. Everything looked fine. I had all my money in there, but I guess I stayed gone all of 45 seconds past when it went over, and They didn't mess around. I mean, I walked up and it was very much right out of a sitcom.
Yeah.
Like I was running and waving and flailing, and they already had it hooked and were was driving off, and I was able to snap a picture before they actually drove off, so I could
You knew where it was.
trace it. But
Smart.
yeah, it's
They're vultures, man.
oh boy.
They're vultures.
They you can see them just hanging out on the
yeah.
corner of the lots, and they're just like, dit, dit, dit.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes one.
It's intense.
It is.
Parking here is it's very stressful to park in LA.
It really is. Yeah.
You got to take the first spot, even if it's like a mile away from where you're going. You see an open spot, you just snoop in there, park, you're good.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have very nice valet services here at the UCB Theater.
Thank you,
So
UCB.
do not have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a car, so I don't have to worry about it anyway. Ha ha!
But you can still be
Cheating the
excited for
system.
everybody else.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course.
Appreciated.
So, Brittany, have you been on any podcasts before?
I have not. This is my first
Yes,
time.
Podcast Virgin, Cherry Popped.
You guys took it.
Oh, right.
Or actually, no, I gave it to you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Consent. It's all about consent, kids.
You're welcome.
That's right.
I feel like podcasts, I don't know if people who are listening have realized, you asked me like a simple yes or no question and I gave you like a paragraph answer. Podcasts are made for people like me who just cannot shut up.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I really enjoy it, and thank you, Brittany,
you're
because I honestly I get tied around my own tongue, and I totally like. I'm sure you've already heard me, get flabbergasted like 5 times because I totally forget what I'm. Which is why, as you'll see in front of me, I have an entire page of notes because otherwise I lose my mind.
That's called being prepared.
Yes.
I went through the Girl Scouts
Wipe
to
shoulder off
learn
just a
that.
bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're good. You're good.
I mean, don't get me. I know I'm in a land of improv in this theater, and I try to do all the improving I possibly can. But I also want to.
Scripted?
I know, right? Oh, just pulled the veil right off. The
Gasp.
curtain is open.
Murmurs, murmurs, murmurs.
So, Brittany, you've got this unbelievably huge show on Netflix, and you're working with just everyone in the business, which is pretty amazing. Who would you like to work with? Like, what's your dream job?
My dream
Beyond
job.
Glow, of course.
Dream job made with Glow. I'm a comedy girl. I definitely really love to do, some romantic comedies that are not, like I said, like, I'm a big girl, and a lot of girls my size who are in romantic comedies are, the quirky sidekick or the girl who has to lose weight to find the hot guy. Nah.
Barf.
Nah, I just want a romantic comedy. Or, I'd really love to do like an action comedy. If Edgar Wright ever had something for me, I would jump on it in a second. I love Guy Ritchie. Mm-hmm. Both of their, style is something I really gravitate towards. I don't know. My favorite movie is The Goonies.
Oh, yes.
And
I love you so much right now.
If they ever did like
Goonies never say die, baby.
Well, no. Here we go. Disclaimer, I don't want to do a Goonies reboot or a Goonies 2, but if they ever did a similar idea for adults where they just go like on a massive treasure hunt and like obviously have to save some Oregon town, I'd be down for it.
Well, Brittany, I've got a surprise for you. We're making that happen. That's right here in this room. I've got Spielberg on speed dial.
Yes,
and,
me too.
I will just. Good. Yeah. He's more than willing to bankroll us, and we're ready to rock.
I mean, it's a smart move on his part.
I
Very
think
smart.
so. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that movie so
We'll
much.
bring Rachel in.
Oh my God, she'll
write some music for it.
Oh, seriously, Rach, if you're listening, we got to get on this. She'd be fantastic in that. Even if I'm not in it, I'd be down.
I mean that. We'll bring in Chunk. We got to have Chunk.
He actually, the actor Jeff Cohen, used to work out at my gym.
Really?
Yeah, and I used to freak out every time he came in because he's not Chunk anymore. Now he's like a skinny mini,
He's
which
svelte.
props, get it. But yeah, I see him every time, and there was one person that actually went up and said something to him, and I was like, "Don't do it, don't do it, just let the man run, don't do it." But he was very sweet and very nice. But every time he would come in, I'd be like, "Chunk." Such a
I
good
would.
movie.
I would totally do that.
Right? If I ever meet Josh Brolin, I will die. Straight up.
I would have a man swoon. Yeah, for sure.
When I went in for Glow, I specifically wore leggings with shorts underneath or on top of it, like Josh Brolin in Goonies, and thought to myself, like, I'm going to get it. I'm Brand right now. Like, there's no way I can't get it. But
not a chance.
He was, I would have done him proud, I think.
Also, one of the props to Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
Yeah, Goonies are good enough.
I'm telling you what. Also did the theme song for Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, really?
As I'm sure you know.
Yes, I knew that. The "oh really" was just psyching people out at home. I knew that.
She did.
Yeah.
She knew. I can see it in her eyes.
Oh, Cyndi. She's so great.
She opened acoustic for Cher. Yes, I actually saw the show. Pretty. No shame.
One is judging you here. I'm actually really interested now.
I mean, Cher was frickin' Cher. She was gorgeous and wonderful, and 100 million costume changes, and it was the most epic, thing I've ever seen. But Cyndi, I gotta tell you, she stole the show. It's just, those soft melodies, man, right to my heart.
Some Time After Time.
That's right.
I love Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
I've really been getting into 80s music a lot more.
Have you?
I mean, like...
Since the show? Or?
Well, I was always into 80s music and 80s movies just because, like I said, I was born in Tokyo, so my dad's movie collection was mostly 80s stuff, and most of his records were things from the 80s, so I really gravitated towards that. But I think, since the show, now all I want to do is just, be stuck there. Mm-hmm. And just continue on, listening to 80s music. Today I was just, when I was getting ready for here, Pandora Station, reloaded 80s.
Nice. I usually keep it locked on the iHeart 80s.
See?
Yeah.
It's so good. And,
it is.
I think the best part is when you sit there and you're singing a song and you realize that someone else, remade it, now. And you're like, oh, the original's better. But, oh.
Of course.
So that's a fun surprise.
I'm all about it. Yeah. Give me some Phil Collins.
Oh,
Better Alive.
Phil Collins, some Starship,
or
okay. Jefferson Starship, if you want to go way back.
Jefferson Starship. That's right. Little Loverboy action.
Yeah.
I actually went to iHeart 80s, the big iHeart 80s concert at the Forum.
Yeah.
And got a picture with the Loverboy.
Nice.
Got to meet him. Saw Tears for Fears.
Nice.
It was quite epic.
80s was a good decade.
Does the show have an 80s soundtrack? Can you
yes,
say that?
It does. And
excellent.
The fantastic part about it is, rights to music are very expensive.
Oh,
Yet somehow we have the most amazing line producer, and she was able to get us a lot of money. So we have a lot of good songs in the show, which I actually, interestingly enough, the first day of shooting, I decided to make all the cast members and our ADs and our two showrunners, Liz Flahive and Carly Mensch, shout out to them, little hooray, we're starting season 1 gift bags. And I had candy in there. I had emergency chapstick, but I actually made them, and I should have gone way old school and made actual cassette mixtapes, but I made them all CD mixtapes that just had songs full of women from the 80s on there.
Nice.
And gave it to them, and all of them were just this just put us in the right mood. And I was like, yes. So I'm currently, preemptively working on a hopeful season 2 mix, which I think I'm going to go girl groups of the 80s.
Awesome.
Have a theme each season.
Little Bananarama, a little Go-Go's.
Yeah, just...
B-52s.
I want to put a bunch of, Sheena Easton in there, but I know she's solo, but...
it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
You'll pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was one song, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real.
Oh, yeah.
I put that on there. I was like, this is not by a woman, but I'm going to put it in here because it's really good. It was a 7-minute song. Thanks, iTunes. Totally did not see that it was 7 minutes long.
I am all about the... thanks, Zig. He's got to keep us on track. Otherwise, I just keep rolling.
I'm fine with it.
For hours. I was totally going to do the Retro Thunder... game, but we already just did it, essentially. Okay. Retro Thunder!
That's not a thunder sound.
Lightning and thunder cracks. I'm completely shameless. I love Dead or Alive. You Spin Me Right Round.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite songs, and I could just go all day. I cannot wait for this show.
Yay.
How was Marc Maron?
Oh my God. Marc Maron, I think people are going to be blown away by Marc. He's so smart. He's so funny. He's very natural in this role, which is very interesting because he's a very sweet man. You know, sorry to shatter any images anyone has of Marc Maron, but he's a very sweet man, but his character is such a dick. Yet he plays it where you're just like, oh, Sam Sylvia, like, I'll be your friend, even though you're so mean to these women. But yeah, no, he actually, there's one scene that I remember very vividly where he and I started out with a conversation at the top, and then he just goes in and starts talking to the rest of the group as a whole. And he delivered a line, and I was just so, like, mesmerized by him that he just stood there and it was just dead silent, and he's just kind of nodding his head, and then he finally turns and looks at me, and he's just like, hey, Carmen, you want to pitch in? Totally forgot I had a line there. I was so into what he was saying. Like, I was getting pumped by what he was saying, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Marc. And he's like, don't even worry about it. And we just had to start from the top. But he's just, again, kind of like Allie, like, you know, he had Maron, he has his podcast as well, but I think people are now going to be like Marc Maron as Sam Sylvia. He's just fantastic.
I really do. I do enjoy his show. Maron. It was just called Maron.
Yeah,
right?
it was on IFC.
Yeah, which was really great. So irreverent and very much him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I do listen to his podcast, and he's talked about it a lot.
Yes, which is so
on
sweet.
his show.
Yeah.
And he seems like one of those guys that you just want to hang out.
Oh, yeah.
And have a beer with. You know?
Yeah. He definitely had a hard task to come when we first started shooting, because us girls had been together, like I said, training for 4 weeks, and there's 14 of us. And, you know, he comes in as the only man and had not been together for, 4 weeks. And we kind of just looked at him and we're like, nope, you're going to be one of us. Like, anytime I say Glow Girls, I think of Marc Maron in there as well. Like, he is so much a part of our team that without him, we wouldn't be the ensemble that we are. Like, he is so much part of the Glow Girl group, and he's really great. And he took time to, like, get to know all of us. We'd have lunch with him every day, and he's so funny on set, and he's really great. I love him. Did he ever jump in with you guys and try some moves? No, he didn't. And there's definitely times where he would step into the ring, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, and he does it so comedically well. But no, he never jumped in the ring with us. I don't know if he wanted to at all, but he definitely directed us to do everything. But I'd love to see him get in there. Season 2. Yeah. Season 2 for sure. I think he can do it. I actually think he would be like a, whoa, did Marc Maron just do that kind of person? Like, we didn't know he was this huge badass, I think that's what it would be. You hear that, Marc? Yeah, he can do it. Yeah, totally. Totally. Well, Brittany, we're unfortunately at the end. Oh. But I have so many more words. I can't thank you enough for joining me here on the show. Yeah, thank you for having me. I know Glow is just going to be an absolute smash. No doubt at all. And so Glow hits Netflix. You can stream all episodes on June 23rd. Mm-hmm. June 22nd at midnight. For the real which fans. Is when I'll be tuning in. And Brittany, I know you're new to Twitter. Where can people find you? You can find me on Twitter at It's Britney Young. Britney spelled like Spears. Shout out to her. And then I'm also on Instagram at It's Brit Young. Switch up. Okay. Excellent. And as always, I'm Devlin Wilder on all the places: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And you can find the show at Friend or Faux Pod. That's FAUX on all the places, all your favorite places to listen to podcasts. And we are coming very soon to iHeartRadio, so you will be able to find us there as well. Thank you so much to Zig for engineering us all the way to the end of the show. And thank you, Brittany. Thank you. I had fun. Bye, guys. Bye.
Visit jabberjawmedia.com for more shows like this one.